and Cisco.
And it was also
Cisco,
it was also during
Ryan and Cortez.
Yeah, it was also during the time when fucking Ryan was hitting on Ivelisse as well.
Well, Cortez comes in, he hits a big move, and he's going to pin her.
Yeah.
Ryan's like, no, give me the tag because I want to pin the woman because I'm superior. And Cortez is like, get the fuck out of here, you fucking idiot.
You greasy bastard.
Fucking greasy perv. And then, while they're bickering, roll up, pin, they're eliminated.
Yeah.
So, my guess is, I'm going to guess that Cisco finds out that Cortez is a co-op.
Gotta be. It has to be, right?
Eventually.
It's gotta be that.
Eventually.
Yeah.
And then I guess they'll feud.
I mean, I'm hoping that's what we find out. Like, this
and Cisco was getting.
He was actually,
some
he
shine.
was getting some.
Like,
he was getting a lot of shine.
Of the match, he represented his team first, and they were like, "Mr.
Yeah,
Cisco
the fucking crowd was behind him, which was really
Matt
weird.
Striker, to his credit, brought up this good point of like when they first started, he was one of the most hated because the crew was the most hated group in that company. Mm-hmm. He was the guy. He was kind of the leader of the group. But he was this dastardly heel, and now he's kind of this underdog hero type.
Yeah, he's sort of a tweener at the moment because he's still kind of got heat, but he's starting to get a little bit of babyface shine on him because he's just pulling out great shit in the ring, so fans are responding to that. It's just kind of weird to see that with him because Cisco, seriously, he was an asshole.
So I can see Cortez turning on him, but only because he has to, because he has to. Mm-hmm. He's a co-op first and a wrestler second.
And that might, I don't know, it's going to be, because again, I can't believe we're actually sitting here debating the fucking storyline, because, it's not about the ring or anything like that, it's literally, okay, how is this going to fit in with him being a co-op, and fucking Joey Ryan being a co-op, and the two of them having to work together.
Because the way you have to tackle Lucha Underground, you have to tackle it from two fronts. You have to tackle it from the wrestling standpoint. Who do you think's going to win? Who do you think's going to lose? You analyze like we do, like everyone does on the internet. But then you have to tackle it as well, like it's a television show. Like you would debate The Walking Dead or Game of Thrones. What do you think this character's going to do?
Because it's legit. Because it legit has characters. It's not little storylines. It's actual characters.
With cinematic scenes.
Yes.
So you have to tackle it from two fronts. You have to analyze the wrestling and where you're going to go from a wrestling aspect. You have to analyze where it's coming from a TV show and character aspect.
And I got
that is so fucking
weird.
Unique.
Yes. And the odder thing about it, the thing that's almost painful, is the fact that the show in itself, they don't continue the storylines week to week. Like this cop thing. This cop thing. The last time we heard about it was 2 weeks ago, and we may not hear about it again for another couple weeks.
Excuse me. It is Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Because you will go through a whole episode of Game of Thrones going, well, what about last week with those characters? Because the way that show's structured, it's these people in this area, these people in this area, because it's a big world.
Walking Dead was doing that for a while as well. Same thing, where they'd sort of deal with this group of characters, and then we bounce to another group of characters, and we deal with them for a minute, and then we go to the next group of characters.
But then you like it, because then you get the week where you're like, oh, good, it's my story.
It's this one.
It's the story that I'm interested in the most.
Exactly. So it's fucking weird to watch it this way.
So kudos to the people that do Lucha Underground for doing something that
just so different.
I didn't think could be done.
I know.
I didn't even think that was a possibility of coming at it from both a wrestling standpoint and an actual week-to-week cinematic television show.
Oddly enough, there was another attempt at something like this a few years back. Never got
Wrestling
aired.
Society X?
Yeah, it was. Oh. This was the same idea.
Okay.
There was actually going to be characters involved and things of that nature.
Using the Wrestling Society X brand, or
I don't know. No, it's not Wrestling Society X. My apologies. No, different one.
Although the wrestling of that show is similar to this.
Yes. This was
much better, but
this one was called Wrestling Revolution Project, I think.
Oh, okay. And it was going to be like this, or it was going to be a wrestling show,
an actual wrestling show, but it was going to be treated like a television show. And there was going to be characters that you follow with through that season and all of that kind of stuff. And it was literally going to be how many episodes it did, and that was it. And that was the whole point. And then they would have a season finale, and then it would sort of continue into the next one. It was actually produced by a guy who used to work for New Line Cinema, who did this. This was his baby. And I know for a fact, the only one I can think of for a fact that was in it was MVP. He was a wrestler in it.
Well, he was going to be a wrestler here, but then he decided to do a podcast, and that didn't work out too well for Mr. MVP.
Yeah, well, he's an odd duck, but that was sort of the idea. And then when this finally came along, and I got used to what it was, not until recently did I remember hearing about this thing, and I'm like, somebody tried to do this.
People can go back and check the tape. We were both kind of like, I think I was on board more than you were.
No, we were both on board. We said we liked the wrestling, but you jumped to it faster than I did. I was very much, out of the whole storyline.
Because I looked at it like what it was, which was a telenovela.
Yeah.
With a wrestling
If
show.
I remember correctly, we both liked the wrestling, but we both at
you
first
can't
disagree with the wrestling. The wrestling's amazing. Yeah. But we both sort of went, I don't know how to take this because it's really weird. And then I think a couple episodes in, you were like, no, I'm down with this. I like this. And me, I was still like, I can't fucking get behind it. It was too weird. I was turning a little bit into Jim Cornette for a minute there. And then...
They're messing with my wrestling.
Kinda, yeah. And then it wasn't until a little bit later that I went, oh, wait, no, I actually give a shit about this storyline. Hang on a minute. And then I sort of got into it because it... And I'm going to say this, and not in a way to try and scare you off, but the first time you watch this show, it is fucking jarring.
Oh,
there is no way around that. It is fucking jarring. Not only just, like, the weird storylines and shit like that, but the way it's shot as well. It is shot in a very different way. You could tell that it's edited. Not in the way that a regular wrestling show is edited, because most of them...
It's edited like a television show.
It's edited like a television show. So, like, you know, you'll see moves, good jump from different camera angles and shit like that, and not in the... the traditional sense, and not in the way of, like, oh, here's a replay, because I don't think we ever get replays. If we do, it's rare as fuck.
Yeah, I don't think they do replays all that often.
But the way they shoot it, like, you can see the cut going to the best angle for whatever move they were doing, and it just sort of, it looks more cinematic than a live wrestling event. So they're, like, basically, they don't treat this like professional wrestling. They treat this like everyone's fighting. They try to go as real as possible in their world.
Yeah, and then, like I said, this show, people die.
Yes, people die. I mean, the end of this show, I'm pretty confident someone died. No. Probably not, but he fucking looked like it. His head almost exploded.
No, but people have died on this show. Like, they've killed off
last
Bale.
Week.
They've killed off Bale. They've killed fucking a couple of the Disciples of Death.
Yeah, a couple of Disciples of Death.
Like, I liked how they were like, and then they don't reference these things in the commentary because it's...
Because they don't know, because it doesn't look like
But during this match, they're like, they had Bale, too. Whatever happened to him?
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that. And I'm like, well...
They name-check Bale and go, whatever happened to that guy? And then you know, like, oh, well, they don't know that he was murdered by Matanza.
He's dead now. But yeah, that's kind of the thing it is. And yeah, it's really odd. Really odd to watch at first, and it might fuck your brain up a little bit, and you might be like, okay, I don't understand this, and then try to tune out, but... Give it a few episodes, because that's what it took for me. It took a bunch of episodes. I couldn't do it in the first.
And now you have the luxury of, maybe not on Netflix, but if you can find a way, you can binge watch season 1 at least.
Exactly. You've got all of season 1, and they will get the Netflix deal. It's almost pretty much, from what I hear, it's almost a done deal.
Once that happens,
it's difficult. But yeah, once that happens, that's the end of it. This is going to be a big fucking deal. But
it really will. Everyone will be a Lucha Underground fan.
And once it if
people
it hits,
don't even like wrestling, will be Lucha Underground fans.
Once it hits Netflix, seriously, if you haven't seen it, you're just wasting your time.
But going back to this match, Cortez and Crew get eliminated. Ivelisse and Son of Havoc get eliminated next.
Which I'm actually happy with, because I think it makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, because it's a lot like when Phoenix got eliminated pretty early in the not early because it was at the end, but like when like Matanza was running the gambit, knocking out everybody. The first guy he got was Phoenix. So I'm like, guaranteed new champ.
We're getting a new champ. So it gives you sort of a sense of excitement of who it could be.
So Ivelisse and Son of Havoc don't go out first because that's too early.
Yeah.
But they go out second, which is just about right in a 14 situation.
And also in a world where Angelico is gone, they don't look bad because they were down a person. The fact that they got as far as they did is a testament to who they are, blah, blah, blah.
It was good storytelling.
Wrestling.
And then we finally get Jack Evans, DJ Black and Phoenix versus Dragon Azteca, Junior Rey Mysterio, Junior Puma.
Yep.
Go figure, these 6 guys tear it down.
Yeah, of course.
It's a lot more controlled because there's only 6 guys now in the ring instead of 11 people.
Yeah, it's less of a clusterfuck, but it's still great.
And the team of Dragon and Rey and Puma, like the minute you saw them on that rooftop going, this is going to be magic.
Yeah, you're like, how the fuck, okay, we're getting everything we could ever
And then when they do their qualifying match, that was good. And when they do this whole match, start to finish, but especially when it came down to the end against PJ Black and company.
Just magic.
Like, fuck.
Yeah.
I've said it before. If Puma ever does leave and he leaves for good, you have Dragon Azteca Jr.
Yep. Yeah,
you've got a guy.
Yeah, you've got number 2 that could easily take that place.
Who can take that spot right away. You know?
Yeah, no, he's definitely...
He's got the same body type. I don't know if the guy can do what Ricochet can do, because I don't know if anyone can do what Ricochet can do. Yeah, I was going to say,
like, I'm pretty sure he's one of a kind.
But he does that move, that fucking...
Yeah.
pizza pie DDT thing.
Yeah, that's fucking
where he flips in the air like a starfish and then lands and grabs the guy's head and hits him with a tornado DDT.
It's like the weirdest thing you've ever seen, but it when you see it, it makes perfect sense, but at the same time, it doesn't.
And then we got an assisted one here where fucking Puma flipped him in the air, and then he flip, and then
he was
landed
the flapjack.
DDT.
It was fun. Yeah, pizza's actually the perfect analogy for that, a specific one, yeah.
I've heard it elsewhere. It's perfect for it because that's what it looks like. Mm-hmm. But yeah, like not taking away anything from Phoenix, Jack Evans, or PJ.
No, of course not.
I think Jack Evans within this tournament has really.
I mean, Jack Evans is one of the most entertaining wrestlers there is.
During this match, he goes. He literally yells out, "She's not the baddest bitch in the room. I'm the baddest bitch in the room." And then like Striker's like, "Did he just call himself the biggest bitch in the room?"
Which was awesome.
Like, it's stuff like that where he just improvises in the ring and says the fucking wildest shit.
Yeah.
Then he backs it up. It's not like he's a shit wrestler and he can't back up his words. No, when he gets in there and he's fucking throwing kicks,
he'll spend like the first 10 minutes of a match going like, just saying stupid shit like that makes you laugh. But then when he gets in the ring, he'll fucking do like some kind of weird jump or weird kick and you're like, fuck, he's really good.
You know how happy I am that Jack Evans is back on televised wrestling?
Yeah, I agree.
Because he was gone for a long time.
He was.
He was in Mexico. I mean, I'm sure it was televised somewhere.
North America.
But, Mexico was in North America. But yes, American television, because he's so good.
Yeah, he really is.
He's so fucking good. And we saw him live against Angelico. He's
oh my god, that was amazing.
Good.
Yeah, it's just it's odd because you mentioned that because, I was going through my DVD collection. I found an old ROH DVD from 2005.
Back when he was a B-boy?
Yeah. And I'm like, I didn't get a chance to watch it, but I'm like, I can't believe I own a DVD with Jack Evans on it from 2005.
When he was a breakdancer.
Yeah.
That B-boy gimmick when everyone was a fucking Jack Evans fan.
Uh-huh.
But he's so fucking good, and pairing him with PJ Black is so good.
Yeah, because they just work so well.
And then the Phoenix dynamic worked. Mm-hmm. It worked in the qualifying match again, and it worked here. Mm-hmm. And this tournament was so good.
It was. It really
there was no bad match in the bunch. Every team was interesting.
Mm-hmm. Well, because a lot of them were thrown together, and you're just like, well, how is this going to make any sense? And half the time it didn't, but that worked well for the match.
Because this is how I'm pretty sure Lucha Libre works. Mm-hmm. There's established trios down in Mexico, but there are a lot of trios or guys that are just thrown together, and fuck, you got to make it work.
Yeah.
And now it might be a tag team and a guy.
Yeah, but I mean, I have a feeling that's part of the mentality from AAA and shit of that nature because it's sort of like this is what they do.
Because you look at Dragon Azteca Jr. and Rey Mysterio Jr. and Prince Puma, those are while storyline wise, quote unquote, Dragon and Ray are together.
Sure,
they're not a tag team.
No, they're not, and that was
so
just
to throw those guys in there with Puma.
Yeah,
they clicked like that. Like you look at Dragon Azteca Jr. and look at Prince Puma.
Yeah,
they both wear that traditional garb.
Yeah. And I mean,
excuse me, and they look like a tag team.
Yeah, they do. And then, I mean, Ray Fits in everywhere. That's kind of what he does.
There's a reason why they call him the most famous luchador.
Yeah, because, that's his gimmick. So it definitely, no matter what they did, I think that's a thing in AAA where they're just they throw everyone together and be like, you guys have to know how to make it work because this is part of the job, which we don't do here at all. Because when we throw somebody together, it's not like, here's your permanent tag. We throw you together for, the main event of SmackDown. Mm-hmm. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't mean shit.
Sometimes it clicks.
Sometimes, yeah. But
there have been teams that have become not maybe legendary, but pretty
Oh no, I agree.
Rated RKO comes to mind, stuff like that. Mega Powers, of course.
Of course, but it's just it's not a thing that
happens. It's not a thing that
normally.
happens on the regular.
No, because again, most of the time in say WWE and that. They just throw them together and be like, here's the one-off match that you have to do. You don't have to make the gimmick work because the gimmick doesn't mean shit. Yeah. Because there is no gimmick because it's going to be done by the end of the day.
But, of course, at the end, winners, of course, were Dragon, Ray, and Puma because
no shit.
When you looked at those three on that rooftop at the end of that episode, you're like, well, they're winning.
Well, they won, yeah.
You can't tell me that a team of Dragon Azteca Jr., Rey Mysterio Jr., and Prince Puma, the poster boy of Lucha Underground, are going to lose to anybody.
I know. I mean, that was the thing. I was
taking that pin?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, exactly. Who are you going to have take that one? But yeah, like even when I was mad at my friend for sending it to me, but at the same time, I'm like, well, I kind of knew that was going to happen. I just didn't want the actual. Here you go.
Kudos to Vamp on commentary every time Dragon's in there, because it's just like, I don't know who that is, but I know what that mask means.
Yes, I like that as well.
That mask is so important to like lucha culture, and like that's one of the oldest masks in lucha libre. And like, he really sells the mask, which in lucha libre, the mask is everything.
Yeah,
because